ANM, American Northwest Magazine. Please subscribe. So we're not talking during the entire video. We take breaks and just listen to the birds and perhaps the river. And we're not really going to be using any outline or format, kind of speaking randomly. So that's what's going to happen here going forward, and it's happening at the Glen at Maple Falls, walking down from a property down to the river, and then actually look at a property later in the video. You can buy properties here for as little as $20,000. More like $25,000 would be easy. And I think on upwards to $300,000. You can spend 120 days a year, spread out throughout the year if you want, or all together. And it's within a couple hours of driving up to the Mount Baker ski area, and about 45 minutes driving east from Bellingham from Highway 5. Couple of things. So at the end of the video where we see the walk out of the forest into the neighborhoods and look at a property, unfortunately the camera failed to record that. I think we got a high temperature on the GoPro. So instead we're going to go into the website and look at some properties for sale. And please contact us. Our email address is in the description if you're interested in buying one. I can tell you a lot of things before you contact a realtor to help you with your selection. I can give you a lot of information about the properties here. Anyway, that, as well as in the video we mentioned that there are some protests going on downtown Vancouver and Yaletown area, and wanted to just show you the videos of that we found, just because we mentioned them in the video. So those will be found at the end of the video. We got some people up here watching some games or something, so you can hear them in the background. Apologize for that. But let's look at some properties now. Looking at a cheap one for $25,000. The lots are probably 1/8 of an acre size. There are some 1 acre lots we'll look at, but not very many. Only one for sale right now for $130,000. But looking at this one for $25,000, it's probably going to have, for this price, it's probably going to have a strong mildew odor, maybe some mold inside you'll have to deal with. In both the old trailer, looks like maybe a 60s, 70s, or early 80s trailer. And this is added on. And this is an about 100 square foot shed, I'm going to say. And you could also have a 170 square foot building with 40% windows around it minimum, and that you could build. All of the properties are in the trees, in the woods, consisting of Doug firs, hemlocks, and cedars. Inside the trailer, looking into the add-on, that's looking inside of the add-on room. Approximately 300 square feet, I would guess. And that would be inside of that extra cabin we were showing you. This one here. And that's it there. Let's take a look at the 1 acre lot. Go to Division 7 here. It's not wanting to click on there. Let's reset. Well, it won't go. Something's wrong with the website. So, let's see if we can find it another way. Well, let's reset. Maybe that's the problem. I haven't run into this problem before. Let's try another way. Well, that's a bummer. Ah, we got it to work. Okay, so we're going to Division 7 now. Again, that's all acre lots. And the only one for sale is lot 119 for $130,000 US. And again, we're just about 5 to 10 miles south of the Canadian border, near Abbotsford, Canada, BC. So you can read this. Call me before, or send an email to me before you call Summer. I can give you a lot of preliminary information to save you a lot of time before you contact a realtor. Take a look at some of the pictures. Heck, maybe I should buy this one. Going back again here, this is inside the park model, 399 square feet maximum, the biggest thing you could have here at the Glen in all of the lots. This is inside their attic room, 2 beds. Back inside the park model. And they have another room there, or excuse me, either 170 square foot. I think that's the 40% window one. No pictures inside that though. Okay. So they could still build either. Oh, looks like there's their shed back there. So they've built everything they can. I think that shed is a plastic one or metal one, and you could have up to 100 square foot no window type of shed. And then I think this is the 170 square foot gazebo with windows all around, 40%. So you have a good idea. Also, we're going to show the the Vancouver protests, I think, near Yaletown. We got a hold of some video about that, and we mentioned that in our walk. And those videos will be at the end of this video. I'm on one of our trails by the North Fork of the Nooksack River, just west of Maple Falls, Washington. I'd like to make a few comments about American Northwest Magazine and the other channels that I have. American Northwest Magazine is a variety channel with a Pacific Northwest flavor to it, sometimes anyway. It's about events around the world as well as the United States and northwestern, I should just say Western Canada, BC. Which, by the way, there's some protests going on downtown Vancouver. On the Financial Channel, we'll talk about traditional finance as well as cryptocurrency, more particularly Bitcoin. We'll also talk about that on this channel. In the description, there's links to all the channels. I wonder if the moss that grows on the trees or lectin actually kills the trees, or it shows up more after the tree is already dead. Here we have Douglas fir trees. Maple trees and Norway maple trees. I think this might be a Norway maple with the smaller leaves. No, that's not a maple. But that's maple for sure. That looks like a dead, I want to say, oh, I forgot the name. We'll come back to it, I'll remember. That looks like a Doug fir. Douglas fir. Hemlock, that's what I wanted to say. That's a dead, dying hemlock. You can see that the lichen and mold or moss is attaching itself aggressively. So does anyone know what kind of tree this is? Is that some kind of oak, or is that just a baby maple? Which looks like it's dying, or at least being inundated by lichen or moss. Please comment on what the difference between lichen and moss is. Maybe lichen is a type of moss. And comment on whether the moss and lichen come in after the tree has died or actually creates its death or has no bearing on it whatsoever. Lots of beautiful fern trees. These do not have the brown spots on the back. Maybe you can tell me what kind of fern plant that is. I think I said tree before, mistakenly. There's a great example of a tree getting hijacked by moss or lectin. Not lectin. Lichen. We can get up close with this one. Boy, that is real heavy. With lichen or moss. Well, I can tell by the bark that's a cedar, but you can't tell by the rest because, well, there's some cedar leaves left right there. Pretty much dead from the lichen or moss, if that indeed happens. And maybe someone can tell me what kind of flower this is. So, maples, cedars, Doug firs, and hemlocks are the major trees that we have here. As far as the non-evergreen trees, all I know is maples for sure, or Norway maples. So talking more about the channel again, talk of finance, lifestyle things. I do use AI and video AI to create videos, but don't have a lot of luck with it. There's a lot of problems, but I still put the videos up. You can start to hear the river now, North Fork of the Nooksack. I am carrying a defensive weapon. Bear deterrent. I'm also carrying it in case it would deter a mountain lion strike or attack as well. Also talk about health on this channel. News events. I am pro empathy and compassion, so I'm pretty much anti-Republican, especially the current administration, which isn't even close to the original format of the Republican Party. It's basically get the president rich and the people that help him get rich administration. I am happy that they're pro Bitcoin. And that they have pretty much stopped illegal immigration at the southern border. But their methods, well, as far as I'm concerned, they should be impeached for the way they're doing things. Unfortunately, we can only impeach one at a time. And with all the Republicans afraid of losing their jobs, putting themselves first over our country, impeachment will never happen. We also like to talk about books from time to time, or maybe movies. I'm also a musician, songwriter, and I will be putting my own videos up, my own music. I do use some of my music for background music, or I just create a little music, such as in the intro and outro on this video, just playing a box guitar and a harmonica. I'm going to shut up now for a minute so you can hear the river and the birds. And I'll step softly so you can't hear my footsteps. The other channels we have, besides American Northwest Magazine and ANM Financial Channel, is the ANM Mandarin Channel, where I just translate my videos into Mandarin. Also have American Northwest Productions, which was my first video channel. And that's, again, a variety channel. And then, of course, we have American Northwest Aviation. Been a pilot all my life, and an administrator and instructor. And currently now I am doing consult to an attorney. And also just finished preparing for my 107 drone license. North Fork of the Nooksack River. So my property is up there, and that sheer cliff you see there is about 10 to 20 properties partially falling into the river, and those properties have recently been condemned. We'll also be putting some drone footage up now that I have my 107 license. And on American Northwest Aviation there are some videos about what you need to do to get a license. Do you need a license? And by the way, if you do buy a drone, make sure you start watching some YouTube videos to know what you can and can't do. You can't even have a beer if you're flying it recreationally. You cannot fly over 400 feet anywhere. And then there's some places, like in my town of Bellingham, you get within 5 miles of the airport, you can't even fly at 400 feet. You have to get permission. So it's serious business, and you need to actually watch videos, read the regs. So go to American Northwest Magazine and American Northwest Aviation YouTube channel. Links in the description. And you'll find my drone videos as well. This has a great aroma to it. Smells a little like lavender. If anyone knows what it is, please tell us in the comments. We didn't mention this on the walk, but the one plant that I do eat regularly and make tea from is dandelion flowers, and I eat and cook with dandelion leaves, and we'll show this video in a minute. but wanted to get back to what we were talking about on that flower. Turns out to be a, well, let's find the right page here first. Okay, the Riverbank Lupine. General description. You can pause and read this, or click on the link in the description that'll take you here. I just want to read human uses. The seeds of some lupine species known as lupin beans have long been part of the Mediterranean diet. People occasionally have allergic reactions to lupine. Lupines are in the same family as peanuts, and some species are toxic. The Thompson Indians of British Columbia reportedly used this plant for its medicinal properties. I found elsewhere where primarily it's good for antioxidant purposes. And don't try and identify this yourself and eat it. You could die. We're not professional naturalists. You need to talk to somebody professional before eating these. And again, the only thing I eat that I can easily identify is dandelions. And we'll show that video now. Actually, we won't show that video now. We're going to go to another link. About the Riverbank Lupine. Riverbank Lupine. Let's go to Wikipedia. It's a good reference there. They have other uses here. You can read, pause. I guess we'll put this link in the description also. Link to this page is in the description as well. The river splits off over there. Can't see the other side. Well, while we're walking back, I'd like to talk a little bit about the crypto market and maybe macro overall a little. And then we'll touch on a couple of health items, like quality of life items, nutrition items. I don't know what kind of tree this is. Please comment if you know what it is. So, Bitcoin, of course, just recently hit an all-time high of, I think it was 111,999, essentially 112,000 per Bitcoin. Of course, if you want to buy $1 worth of Bitcoin, you can buy $1. You don't need to buy a whole $112,000 worth of Bitcoin. It's probably going to continue to go up higher than the S&P 500 as the US dollar and other fiat currencies, including the Canadian dollar, continue to decline in their purchasing power, which is the reason Bitcoin will be going up, I would say 40% per year on the average. And in 5 years should be well over $500,000, maybe $1 million. In 10 years, talking about the possibility of being as high as 13 trillion as a result of inflation, currency debasement, so countries, corporations are adding Bitcoin to their treasuries. Retail will add and sell based on fear and greed index. But compared to even land and houses, I don't see where your money is safest. Could Bitcoin go to zero? Yes. Are we a financial advisor? No. Would a financial advisor advise you to buy Bitcoin? No. It's going to take a few years before financial advisors wake up and basically, what's the word I'm looking for? Run away from traditional finance. But really, I was looking at maybe getting a mortgage for a big house. I have 2 small properties that are paid for, but if I were to get a big house, it would take about 100 grand down for a $550,000 house in Bellingham. Probably 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Probably pretty old. And after buying it, it will probably see a gradual increase, just keeping up with inflation. So I would say 5 to 10% a year on the increased prices of housing. Compare that with a minimum of 40% per year average over a 4-year period for Bitcoin. And I might add, right now is a good time to buy altcoins. Again, not financial advice. There's a short video on the channel today collaborating, that's what YouTube calls it, with Alex Becker. And Alex seems to be quite the guru, if you can tolerate his comical yet maybe disgusting to some people type of banter. But so basically he's saying now is the time to buy altcoins such as Ethereum for maybe 3x and Solana, Cardano. He didn't mention XRP, but the ones to make maybe 10, 15x would be like Superverse, which is an AI coin. And there's some others. You gotta, if you watch that short, there's a link to see his whole video, and he doesn't put out that many. You basically have to go on Twitter and get his feed to get his latest advice, and he's not a financial advisor either. Macroeconomic wise, it looks like for the next at least 3 months, liquidity supply around the world is going up, particularly in the US. Perhaps that's good for all assets, especially Bitcoin. I heard a cool little noise of an animal, probably a squirrel. Oh, it's an owl. Look at that owl. I'm trying to get him in the center of the screen there. I haven't actually learned how to zoom in on this camera. It's a GoPro 13 Hero, I believe. Let's try zooming in. Can't figure it out. Anyway, that sound is an owl. He's the same color as the branch. I just made him look at me. That is cool. See you, buddy. Last time I walked away, one swooped right at my head within 1 foot around twilight a few weeks ago. So I think that's it for the financial world. He's still there. Health-wise, well, some reminders to everyone. We all know these things. Maybe some of them we don't, but number one, try and keep your drinking down to less than 2 or 3 cocktails a week, because if you drink every day, it will increase your chances of cancer and hurt many other things significantly. Number 2, Gotta get out of the obese category. Being obese, I think the number 70% of Americans are obese. So the following videos will be from Vancouver, Yaletown area, where there were some protests. Can't find anything about the protests online today, May 25th, but these videos were taken May 24th. There's a little information by reading the signs in the protest, but other than that, don't have any information. If anyone has any information on them, please put it in the comments section. And the previous video was cut short, as we said in the beginning of the video. So it just ended abruptly there. And we're going to have a link to Rhonda Patrick's advice on preventing colon cancer that we were talking about generally as preventing cancers at the end of that last video clip. And here go the Vancouver videos now. Thank you.
Yeah, we're neighbors. That's how we met.
Those who do nothing have no conscience. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea.
Dandelion benefits. 12 impressive health benefits of dandelion. The dandelion is a flowering plant genus that grows in many parts of the world. They're also known as Taraxacum spp, while the most common species is Taraxacum officinale. As a persistent plant that never appears to leave your lawn or yard, you might be most familiar with the dandelion. Dandelion, however, is revered for its extensive variety of healing properties in traditional herbal medicine practices. In today's video, we will share with you the 12 impressive health benefits of dandelion. Number 1. Highly nutritious. The dandelion patch in your backyard will reach the rankings with the remainder of your vegetable garden in terms of nutritional content. Dandelions are highly nutritious vegetables, filled with vitamins, minerals, and fiber, from root to flower. Dandelion greens can be consumed raw or fried and act as an excellent source of A, C, and K vitamins. They also contain vitamin E, folate, and other B vitamins in limited quantities. Dandelion greens also have a large number of minerals, including iron, calcium, magnesium, and potassium. The dandelion root is rich in carbohydrate inulin, a form of soluble fiber that is found in plants that promotes development. Do you find this video interesting so far? Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and ring the notification bell if you want to see more content like this. Number 2, contain potent antioxidants. Dandelion is full of potent antioxidants, which may explain why it has such wide-ranging health applications. Antioxidants are compounds that either neutralize the harmful effects of free radicals in your body or eliminate them. A product of natural metabolism, free radicals are a product.
ANM, American Northwest Magazine. Please subscribe. Thank you for watching.